Good morning, all. Well, another week, and a few more Democrats answer the question about retirement. But this week was a little different. It's not just any other Democrat announcing retirement, it was a committee chair. Now, when I look in this room, a lot of you have been here for a long time. You know it's different when a committee chair announces retirement. When Mr. DeFazio announced, and when you look at the rationale between he and the budget chair, they say the exact same thing I say. They're not going to be in the majority the next time. I can't blame him for announcing retirement, but he is now the 19th Democrat to announce retirement. Put that in perspective. In the year of 2010, when Democrats lost 63 seats, 17 Democrats announced retirement. They've already surpassed that. I don't know if we're allowed to bet, but I'll bet any of you lunch that number will be higher before the year ends, or before the filing ends next year. Now, some of the rationale why they want to retire, it's been disastrous Congress. What have they achieved? In the last 12 months, what have they been able to do with one-party rule? Their $5 trillion socialist spending bill is unpopular with the American public. In fact, it is so unpopular, you don't have to take the Republicans' words for it. Just look to their own conference. Congresswoman Loria from Virginia, you know what she recently said? She admitted she even avoids bringing it up when she's back home. The leadership says they just need to get out and explain it more. And she says she avoids even talking about it. House Democrats, now they released their calendar for next year. Very exciting action taking place this week. They scheduled the least number of voting days in modern history. If you take next year and this year, it'll be 202 days. That's the least amount that we've been able to do in the last decade. When Republicans were in the majority, I think we were averaging about 250. Now, should we be upset about that, or should we be relieved? If they're here less, maybe they could do less damage. Not sure. Now, when I look at President Biden, and I look at his year of working with the Democrats with one-party control, think about what they promised us. He promised he would shut down the virus, and he hasn't. President Biden's only strategy so far has been to threaten Americans with more arbitrary COVID restrictions and mandates. He told us inflation would be temporary. Well, we realized that's not true. Just this week, the Federal Reserve Chair and Biden's own Treasury Secretary said that it was time to retire the word transitory. Chairman Powell could not even confirm whether consumer prices would even let up over the next year. I don't know what the press secretary is doing in the White House today, but maybe they're coming up with a new term to try to dismiss inflation concerns. After he said his policies caused gas prices to skyrocket, he said he would lower the gas price. He hasn't done it. He's even made it worse. And no, not the measly 2 cents the DCCC thinks is lowering it. It's a reduction. He depleted 50 million barrels of oil from our emergency supply and has done nothing to reverse this anti-American energy agenda that he has contributed to spike our costs. In my home state of California, you see the price rise almost every day, more than $5 a gallon. That hurts the hard-working Americans every single day. It's not just the gas price. If they fill up the car and they go to the grocery store, it costs them more. If they turn on the heat, it costs them more. Everything they do. And now we've come to Christmas. We worry about the ability to even get the gifts you want or whether you could even afford them. But what's the answers that we get from the White House? He can't even promise you that the Christmas gift will arrive on time, if you could even pay for it. The American people are fed up with this one-party rule and what has come of it in just 1 year. When Americans take the majority next year, we make this commitment to every single American. We will listen to you. We will hear you, we'll work on your policies, and we will improve your quality of life. With that, let's open it up for questions. I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, I was going to ask about to expand on your answer about the